Hi guys, good evening. So let's start. I think many people have joined. Okay. So just confirm if you are able to see my screen.
Yes,
Anybody can.
visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Thank you, Kishore. Thank you.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes,
people are
visible.
still joining, but we will start to save time, and I'll try to keep the session short and crisp. And I think most of the people who are joining are DBAs and or maybe from a storage background or maybe from a systems background, right? So and I hope the people are aware about the ExaData. So first thing, this whole session is about the ExaData and how ExaData is working on the cloud. So is there anybody who has not listened to this term ExaData up till now? Just type a no in the chat window. Just type a no in the chat window if you have never heard of ExaData. Just type a no. And I know most of the people have heard of this because this is a very premium product since three plus decades. And if you go in market, if you go globally, um, I think there is very less people are there who teach this product because it is very niche in nature. It requires a lot of experience to teach this because to teach this you have to go very deep dive and you have to have some amount of skill set. That means when a fresher cannot learn Exadata, right? So if there is a somebody who is only a fresher, just type in yes in the chat window. I don't heard Ravi Raj is saying, but I don't know where we use. Okay, so I hope Ravi Raj why we use. Okay, so I hope Ravi Raj I will be able to clear your doubts, and I hope you are a DBA. So guys, see, now what I make you first thing I want to make you clear. See, you all know that cloud is market is shifting. Market is shifting from the legacy work with the evolvement of AI, with the evolvement of cloud. Most of the legacy work is now getting automated, and most of the DBAs, especially the DBAs or the system admins, they are moving towards the platform engineer. That means now they are doing things which are more on a strategy front. Earlier, I was also a DBA. I'll give you my background in a couple of minutes. I was also a DBA. But earlier, we as a DBA used to protect the system, used to do a lot of routine tasks. But now things have changed drastically. And things have changed so much that now you are not going to do the legacy system thing, which is in the right side of the diagram, right? You are not going to do this legacy system. You are going to handle this, convert this legacy system into a more performance system, and you will be working more on the strategy side. So if somebody from the Learnomate can make me the admin, I'm not able to write on the screen. If somebody can make me, please. Okay, now I can. No need. Thank you. So now, do you want to be a part of the shift? There are many products you can study. Okay. And I'll come on Exadata, but there are many products what you can study. Like for example, you can study OCI. Just give me 1 minute, guys. Something is happening. Somebody from Learnomate, can you please make me the admin? So if you want to upskill, so seriously, there are many products, not even one product, but this is one of the most premium product. And if you want to study this, you have to be very consistent during the study. You can't think that I'll just go and I'll just listen to the class and I'll understand everything. No, you have to be very very focused. Now people are upgrading towards OCI, people are upgrading towards Azure, people are upgrading towards DevOps, people are upgrading towards AWS, right? These are very common keywords, but you won't find many people upgrading towards Exadata because this is something very niche and the demand is very high. You go and check the job roles, there are many job roles. So if you want to do the Exadata mastery in cloud as well as the on-prem, so now everything is moving to cloud. There were Exadata appliances which were used in on-prem. Now they are moving toward the cloud. So this is the most premium product which is happening, which is which is a part of this shift. So most of the big enterprises, like you have seen, Oracle database is used everywhere, right? Even AWS was running on Exadata when AWS was launched. So, but what is happening here is the Exadata itself, which was used by many companies since past 30 years because of their important features like for example, they have a good IOPS, they'll give you the high IOPS from the storage. They have very less latency network. So it's a machine. Basically, ExaData is a full-fledged machine, and that machine is now moving towards cloud. So many people ask me this question that why we should upgrade to ExaData. So my answer is most of the top organizations run on ExaData. Now, can anybody tell me the top five organization name which is coming in your mind randomly? Anybody? Kishore, maybe you can unmute and tell any or anyone who want to tell. Just top three or five organization name, whichever is coming to your mind. Maybe tech organization, maybe any other organization.
Yeah, SBI, HDFC,
Okay.
HSBC.
HDFC. Okay. HSBC. Okay. What else? Anybody who want to contribute? Any top three more organization? Any organization? Banking, FMG. Okay. Apple, Microsoft. Perfect. So Apple, Microsoft. Okay. Let me come on that. Fine. Anybody else? So these are itself a tech company, right? They still have their product. They have their own products. So maybe we take any bank, Deutsche Bank or any other bank, right? So all these customers in the line one runs on ExaData. They run on ExaData. And all these customers, Apple, Microsoft, all these competitors, Apple, Microsoft, AWS, Alibaba, Google, they don't have competition for ExaData. They don't have anything to compete with ExaData. They don't have zero. Since past 30 years, they have been trying, but they can't compete with this machine of Oracle. And all these big customers. So what I want to say, 500 out of out of 500, almost 495 customers, top 500 customers runs on ExaData. They use ExaData. So Amazon itself was running on ExaData 3 years back, but they had a fight with Oracle. They had a huge clash with Oracle due to the terms and lot of things. So they moved away, somehow managed to move away from ExaData. Now their AWS is running on their own database, but they have built their business on ExaData. So what I want to say, this is a very critical machine, provide you lot of high IOPS, lot of less latency and a real application. I mean, we all know RAC, right? So RAC runs on ExaData. So now when you are managing the most of the critical workloads the enterprise has, when you learn ExaData, you are moving towards a more advanced environment, right? So it is not kind of a general public cloud. It is something very sensitive. And trust me, customers are very sensitive about this. So it is not something like a general public cloud, Azure or AWS or something. No, it is a different machine, engineered system. Okay, it is an engineered system. Now, what has happened earlier? This system was running on-prem. Now, with the evolvement of ExaCC and ExaCS, that is the cloud machine. So what Oracle did is Oracle did the research and understood that many customers now want this system in the cloud. So they moved this system and configured this system in the cloud, which they called ExaCC and ExaCS. So now this course, actually these are two courses. So what course we are going to teach here? It is a merger of two courses. That means usually you learn ExaData, which is an on-prem system, on-prem engineered system. And then you will go and once you learn ExaData, then you will go to ExaCC and ExaCS. That is how ExaData is placed in the cloud. So ExaCC is a private cloud, which is placed in the customer location, and ExaCS is a public cloud. But what I have done here is, since there is a lot of requirement for ExaCC and ExaCS, why there is a requirement? Because most of those big customers we were talking about are itself moving towards ExaCC and ExaCS. So now this is a merged course, and you will get to learn both. So we will learn ExaData for some 10-15 hours so that you understand how the ExaData engine works. And then you learn the ExaCC and ExaCS, where you understand how this is placed in the cloud by Oracle. So now you see all those, you have to think about strategy. What we were doing as a DBA, patching, backups, all those things. Everything is automated in the cloud. This is an autonomous era. Everything is automated, right? So now you have to think about how you can secure, how you can provide the hybrid connectivity, how you can design the pipeline, how you can do the space management, how you can do configure different type of machines in cloud, how they work, how they give the bill, a different scenario. So most of the DBAs I hear with are actually stuck in the mundane task and traditional DBA task, right? But now you have to think like a DMA. So if you learn this course, you will be focusing towards database machine administrator, machine admin. That means you are moving towards a platform role. You will engineer and administrator the database, but you will architect the life cycle also of the data. You will not just do the mundane task. So old things will keep on running, but as a new role, you will be automating a lot of things by learning ExaCC and ExaCS specifically. Right. Now, if you read this image for just 5 minutes. So earlier, what used to happen, this ExaData machine, this is just a glimpse of this machine, right? I'll show you the actual machine, how it looks in the class, whosoever will join. So this was placed in the customer managed system, customer hardware. I mean, the customer data center was having this machine and there was less options to scale. Now, when Oracle has attached this with this unified code based, now you have two offerings. So most of the customers who were there on the on-premise are moving towards ExaCC, which is a private cloud, which is placed in the customer DC, or towards the public cloud, that is ExaCS, that runs on OCI. And all three models have the same hardware. That means the DNA is same. That is ExaData. This machine is same. Here also, here also, here also. The machine doesn't change. So what we do is we'll make you to understand the machine also. Okay. And when this movement is happening in the market, most of the customers, big customers, SBI, SDFC, ICCI, everybody runs on ExaData. When they need to migrate, they are confused that what are the roles and responsibility. So they are looking for guys like us who will let them know that how the roles and responsibilities are segregated. So this is just a glimpse of the machine where you have the compute nodes, the database servers, where you have the InfiniBand fabric which is connected to this and which will take your data from the storage cell to this. So these are the features of ExaData. I'm not going to talk about the features and all. What I'm going to talk, this differentiation can be told by an architect, right? He can tell you, if you become the architect, you learn the ExaCC, ExaCS, you can let the customer know that how the patching is done, how the what customer has to do, what customer don't have to do. So there are different kinds of roles and responsibility model in cloud. In ExaData, in every cloud it is. So that is the first level of understanding you need to have, because your customer doesn't know this. And that is the point where any big customer, SDFC or maybe TCS or maybe Infosys, is going to hire you and give you a good CTC, so that because you know everything and you can be a consultant. So after doing this, you will be moving more towards the consultant part or a platform engineer or a architect part, right? So the path is going to change. What I am saying is, from a DBA, move towards cloud engineer or platform engineer or maybe the DMA or maybe the architect. So there are various roles where you guys can fit in based on your profiles and experiences, right? So we are going to deep dive into the ExaCC and ExaCS, which nobody will explain. I mean, very less people are there who are working on this actually. So now this is the internal architecture, how the DOM-U works. So customers are very confused. DOM-O is always managed by Oracle and DOM-U is managed by the customer. So I see a lot of fight between the customers because they don't know what is DOM-U, what is DOM-O. DOM-O is something which is the infrastructure which Oracle is providing you. Oracle is going to patch this infrastructure. But DOM-U is the VM and anything above the VM, that means the grid or the database. So the customer has to patch. That means you have to patch from the side of the customer. So, and this is connected to a control plane where all the connection goes to the Oracle, and there is a cloud of stream sitting in the background, which is from the Oracle, and they are controlling this machine. I mean, they have access to this machine if something goes wrong. But who is going to guide all this thing? Who is going to make the customer understand that how the machine architecture looks? Who is going to make understand? You are the guys. You have to upskill and you have to go in that role. Simple. So what Cloud at Customer gives you, the best of the both worlds. What ExaCS gives you, that is deployed in the OCI, that is the public cloud. We'll talk a bit on this. Okay. Now, if I do a comparison on this, so what is happening here? This ExaCC is having the same thing, but it is placed in the customer DC. Why? Anybody who can answer why ExaCC is placed in the customer DC and why ExaCC was designed to placed in the customer data center? And I'll tell you, this guy ExaCC alone is giving Oracle 70% of their revenue pipeline throughout the world. So why it was placed in the customer data center?
Those who don't want to be on cloud because of the data
Correct.
regulation. Yeah.
Perfect. So many customer don't want to move to public cloud, right? Many customer don't want to move to public cloud. So they will keep their data in the private cloud in their data center, and still they will get all the features of the cloud. Still they will get a lot of all the features, exact same features of the cloud. So Oracle is delivering this machine like a cloud in their data center, and they can scale, they can automate, they can patch, one click patching, lot of things, lot of things. Okay. Now there are customers who say, no, I can move to cloud. That is not a problem, but I will want to move my original ExaData. Now, where the problem lies and where the job lies. See, customers have data, this machine, similar machine like this, right? If you see ExaData and ExaCC, both looks like a similar machine. But ExaData was not scalable. You cannot scale like a cloud. Today, I want in cloud, I can scale my 2 CPUs to 4 OCPU, 4 to 40 OCPU, 20 terabyte of storage to 200 terabyte of storage. That was the problem. In the ExaData, they cannot scale. So if customer, let's suppose there is an example of one of the bank. Okay. When I architected that bank and that bank was running on ExaData, I saw a pattern that their employees were coming at 10 a.m. in the morning and going out at 5 p.m. in the morning, right? So the load of this machine was 60% utilized during this time, and rest 40% the machine was idle, and they were running on the ExaData on-prem. So still the customer was paying for this 40%, 365 days, right? Because you cannot scale down. There is no mechanism in the on-prem. But when we moved them to ExaCS, they got around this 40% of saving, which was actually in millions for them. Because we configured an auto scaling policy in the ExaCS where the CPU is going to scale up at 10 a.m. and scale down at 5 p.m. automatically. So CPU will scale to 100 and scale down to 60, giving them 40% of the CPU saving. Everything is cost, right? Dollar is the main thing for anybody, for you, for me, for the customers, right? So they got a lot of savings. So that is why the customers now want to move to a more hybrid kind of architecture. And similar happens to the ExaCS. Only the architecture is bit different for ExaCS. So ExaCS on OCI means it is deployed in a public cloud. So there are many customers who say that I'm okay, I will go on a public cloud and I don't have any problem. So they will move to this. But both of them gives you the same kind of features, which we will talk in detail in the class. And they get a better monitoring, more control. So this is just a glimpse. So ExaData is this one on-prem, where customer is doing everything, right? And like hypervisor customer is managing, VM DOM U customer is managing, patching customer is managing, backups customer is managing. Here something is managed by Oracle, something is managed by the customer. So you need to understand this model first, either of them. So by taking this course, you will be learning actually three things, that is ExaData plus ExaCC plus ExaCS, right? Plus a bonus, which is OCI. Whatever OCI is required for these platforms, for these two platforms, I am going to teach that. Why I'll come on that also. Now, you see, why I say now learning OCI is a mandatory, at least the basic stuffs. Because your ExaCS and ExaCC is running on OCI. OCI is your infrastructure. So if you don't know how the console works, what are the options of the console, how the control plane is connected, right? How the fast connect works, right? You can't manage any of the machine, either the ExaCC or the ExaCS. You can't manage. So many people I heard, they say I am working on ExaCC, but I don't need any cloud skill. So that is a misconception actually. Without learning the cloud skill, you cannot manage the ExaCC. They are the guys who are just doing the support. They don't know what is running behind the machine. What I am talking is what is running behind the machine. So,
Just a quick question. Are you gonna teach the policies as well?
pardon?
Managing policies, cloud
Yes.
policies.
So I am going to teach you how the policies work, how the networking work, how the OCI API work, so that you get to understand OCI up to a level where you can easily manage the ExaCC. So this course will complete make you understand the OCI as well. Not very deep dive, but up to a level which you will able to easily understand how ExaCC and ExaCS works. Because
Yeah,
OCI, see
definitely.
OCI, one thing I say, OCI is something which every DBA, every system architect, system or storage guy or old networking guy, right, has to learn either today or tomorrow. Either you do it today or you do it tomorrow. Up to you. You will have to do anyhow. No other option for you. No other option. I mean, you can go and learn Azure Infra, not a problem. You can go and learn AWS Infra. You can go and learn GCP Infra. But you have to learn the infra of the cloud. You have to understand how the infra is working in the cloud. Right. So I have placed in this course OCI very strategically with ExaCC and ExaCS. So I will be publishing the syllabus by tomorrow afternoon and you will get the syllabus in detail. Right. I'm working on that syllabus. So that is published very strategically and placed very strategically so that whatever the customer is asking or whatever the business is asking, you get that. Okay.
So which version of ExaData are you going to teach?
So we will teach all the versions starting, we will make you understand all the versions starting from your ExaData X3 to ExaData X11. We will be talking more about X9M and X11M because that is the more prominent version today.
Okay.
So X11M is the latest version where we'll work on X11 version. Also, understand one more thing. If you understand the architecture of ExaData, right, you can understand any version. Any version. Okay. So what I want to say now, you have to retool yourself. You have to retool yourself. You have to understand how the monitoring works, how the vaults work, how the bastion services work, how the compartment tag, automated backup works. Then you go to ExaData. If you don't understand these basics, okay, which I am going to teach you, then going to ExaData will be difficult. So that gives the customer a flexibility to automate, that the person can automate. And now what happens today? You can write a Terraform script using a anybody. How can I quickly write a Terraform script today or an Ansible script?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
Yes, 100% right. ChatGPT or any other AI tool. But you should know what you want to write and where it is going to run. You should know the architecture. Correct? If I am running a Terraform on my VM, how will the configuration work? They can make you the script. But how will you run the script? What that script will do? What API they will call? What actions it will take? You need to understand that. Recently, I was in a very good interview for Terraform. That guy wanted to hire me as a Terraform freelancer. He wanted to automate few things. So in 1 hour, I showed him that how he can automate his scripts using only ChatGPT Pro model. He has to upgrade, take a 2000 rupees model of ChatGPT. He can automate. Then he said, okay, I don't need to hire you. I said, yes, you don't need to hire me because you can automate it. Why you are hiring me? I don't have actually that time. But I went in that interview to make him understand this. And he quickly understand in 1 hour. He don't need to do those manual things. You don't need to write any Ansible code today, any ChatGPT code, any Terraform code today, any OCI CLI today. No. But you should know what these components are doing actually. Right? So now the basics revolve around transforming, automating, structure, observation, security. All these are the basics. Okay. Now, this is something which is now a hybrid world. Many customers want to connect with Azure AWS. Many customers are connecting their ExaData systems because it is now available on Azure and AWS also. Oracle ExaData is the only product, and Oracle, definitely Oracle DB, which is available in all the clouds. All the clouds. It is available. Have you seen Azure Aurora database of AWS running on OCI or any other cloud? No. So that is the power of ExaData. Everybody wants the ExaData. So AWS, Azure, GCP all have this ExaData now. Right? So those days are gone when your system is only sitting with the app server and you need a connectivity. You have to understand this connectivity also. What is this? What is this? How it is happening, how it is secured, how it is connecting to ExaData, right? And how your network is flowing between the ExaData, within the ExaData. Correct? So anybody who needs to move now, there is a career transformation. As per my understanding, first phase is the OCI foundation, which I have tried to cover in this course. I recommend everybody going and taking a separate OCI course, but I have covered as much as possible and required for ExaCC. That is the phase 1. And this cycle I am telling for a DBA. Then comes your phase 2, where you need to understand the ExaData. All the toolings, all the CLIs, how it works, DBAS CLI, ExaCC, ExaCS, what is the differentiation, how the model is different. And then comes the next level, phase 3, which we will cover a bit, which goes into the automation and DevOps. Now, this phase 3 are basically more on a developer roles. But architects should also know this. So only the senior architects go to this level. But first you have to cover this phase 1 and phase 2. This is very important. You get a job and then you go and do all these things. You do the automation, you become an automation engineer of ExaData, you become an automation architect for ExaData. There are customers who are having 100 ExaData. They want to automate a lot of workflows. They'll come to you. Right? So now I've been doing this since like half of my career now. If my career is of 30 years, I've been doing this since 15 years. And from day one, I've been working on Oracle database and ExaData. Many people say, why not we move to Aurora or Postgres? Bro, these are very small databases. They are nothing in compared to Oracle database. Forget about ExaData. No enterprise big customer. Matlab, many are running, but most of the big enterprise customer will choose Oracle DB and ExaData because they have money. They want a secured environment. Nothing can be compared to this. No, many customers say it's a vendor lock-in, but no, it's not a vendor lock-in. ExaCC is almost 70% of the Oracle pipeline today. And many customers say that I lose control in the cloud, right? But you don't lose it. When you will learn ExaData with me or ExaCC with me, then you will be able to understand that how the customer is not losing the control. And then you will be able to tell them that I can help you to move to cloud without losing the control. Right? Think like an architect. Don't think like an DBA or a cloud engineer, or I mean a storage guy, or the things have changed totally. Right. So I'll close it here and keep it very simple. So I always recommend everybody to start with OCI because that is the foundation. But I have to cover this foundation in my syllabus. Otherwise, nobody will be able to understand. So this is covered in the syllabus, right? So that you understand the basic infrastructure. So that was an old way where we were only protecting the database. Now there is a new way where you have to protection is automatic and you have to enable the scalers, how the customer can scale and save on the cost. So on cloud, two things are very important: scale, cost, and performance. All the money game is rolling behind this. Right? Every customer gets a scale, gets a cost saving, gets a performance improvement, and you have to play around this. And when it comes to ExaCC, ExaData, it is millions. Almost the quarter rack of Exa comes around 5 CR. Quarter rack. I know customers who have around 20 full racks or 30 full racks, and they are the short of the resources because the people are less. So I am opening for a Q&A for next 10 minutes. I'll take the session very short. I will not go. So patching on ExaData, good point. So I'll show you how the patching works. It's 2-click. In any cloud and ExaData, the patching is 2-click. Click pre-check and click patch. That is how the patching works. So you will get a OCI account, not credits. I'll give you a enterprise grade OCI account. You will work on that. So somebody has answered ExaCC is designed to sit in the customer data center. That's correct. So yes, databases are built on top of ExaCC. So I can't give you an ExaData machine or an ExaCC machine, right? To work on that. But I will give you a close to that machine DBCS, and I will show you a lot of things, and I'll give you the autonomous database and a lot of other things where you will. Don't worry, that's my responsibility. So guys, any questions? I'm opening up for a Q&A. I have another call in next 10 minutes. I'll not stretch up the session. Yes, so I'll give you the access to the cell server. I'll give you a cell server machine where you will practice a lot of commands for ExaData, and you will understand how the grid disks work, how the flash disks work, how all these things work, right? And you will run those commands. I'll give you the access to the cell server. There are labs on the cell server. So I will be the trainer of the ExaData.
Yeah. So I took your OCA course, but you haven't talked about the policies. And I work as ExaData DBA, and you can tell me why you are coming here to doing the course. I've been working with ExaData like last 10 years. It's just curious what is new and what you are teaching. And right now I'm working with the ExaCS as well, Clouded
Okay,
Customer,
perfect.
one of my
Perfect.
database. And I do configure everything through the OCI, but I'm
OCI.
working with the what's this called? I'm working with the EBS. So
Okay, EBS.
EBS,
Okay.
yeah, EBS is a special way to restore database. So now you just create a shell database in the
Correct.
with the OCI, then drop the database behind the scene, then just restore with the admin backup. Once you restore, then you can manage through the OCI because you create the shell database just to give you the like all the feature of the OCI. And if you don't create the shell database initially and you drop it, if you restore it from the scratch, it will not gonna give you like all the OCI functionality to manage it.
So
So
you are pretty much correct. Actually, EBS has a different kind of functionality. So EBS comes on the application side, right? So are
right,
you
right,
saying
right,
you are managing the EBS and ExaData both?
right, right, right,
Oh my
right.
God. Oh my God. You are doing a superb handling, that means. Because ideally, ideally, the people will manage the EBS or the ExaData.
Yeah, but no, I get a EBS team behind me. They are like, they're doing all the EBS stuff,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I'm managing the ExaData. I restore the
Okay.
database on the database level, and they do their like EBS part, like on kind manager, everything running on their side. But I'm part of it. I manage everything in the back
So
end.
that means
So once
you
I
are the orchestrator, you are the architect, that means, right?
right,
Correct. Got
right,
it.
right,
Got it. Got
exactly.
it.
And once I go to the enabling all the GUI stuff, like you manually, like GUI, you can just run the backup, but I was not able to run the backup from the GUI.
Exactly.
It just throws error. That's the one issue. I open a ticket to Oracle. They're like working on it. That's the one issue you're facing. It another issue you're facing, which is like in a OCI, you have all the TDE, automated TDE, everything like
TD, yes.
you
Hmm.
create a table space, it just automatically encrypted. So
Hmm.
now, if you use the Oracle managed key, which is TDA, that's your fine. But if you try to use your custom key in the OCI, that's we are having issue as well. We cannot with that we cannot create the database. So
So
these are the two issues.
TDE you will have to bring in from the on-prem. The
No, no,
same
no.
thing will work here.
We are bringing in right now, but we want custom manage TDE to the OCI, not the you have to bring your TDE once you restore the database. You cannot restore
Correct.
without bringing your TDE. Even though we encrypted all the table spaces,
Hmm.
still we have to bring the TDE from the like old system. So now there's a two issue we're facing. We cannot like create a database with the custom managed key in the OCI. That's the one issue. Another issue, even though we restore it from the admin register from the back end, still it has a shell, but we cannot run any backup because it's just failing backup. They don't know how it is failing. We're trying to troubleshooting those things. So and OCI policy, even though I have a console, but I don't have the policy. I cannot make the policy because somebody else is managing it in our system.
So that means so first thing you have talked about three things. So first is your OCI policy. That means your IAM administrator is a different group. There might
Right,
be security guys who are managing your OCI policy. First thing.
Right.
They are the different groups. They are the architects and they are the security architects basically, and they have a network background basically. Most of them, right? So they are managing their OCI policy. That is why you don't have the access because they have not given you the access to manage the OCI policy. Now coming on the TDE. Option number A is that you can bring your TDE from the on-prem. Option number B is you can configure your TDE. You have to play with the wallet. Okay. You have to play with the wallet. So I recommend you to raise an SR to the CloudOps team, right? Have you raised the SR for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Ask them for a TDE reconfiguration document on OCI, where you will have to recreate your wallet and you will have to take a backup of your wallet first. And then you will have to create the keys from there. So there's a method. Okay. There's a method. They don't tell everybody. You have to specifically ask for this. Otherwise, they will say your on-prem TD is corrupt or something like that.
Okay.
So you ask them this question that I want to reconfigure the TDE. I'm bringing the wallet from here, but wallet is not working. I want to reconfigure this wallet and connect me to the product team. Ask them to route this SR to the product team, wallet product team. There's a wallet product team. As soon as your SR gets routed to the wallet product team, they can help you to configure this guy.
But you can merge the wallet. Two wallet, you can merge it.
You can merge the wallet, yes. Have you tried merging the wallet?
I haven't tried here, but I tried in different places. I work like another bank, US bank, so I did merge there.
So that is what you need to do. That is what I was talking about, actually. You have to merge the wallet, but get the document from these guys. How to merge the wallet.
All right, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not going to take too long time. That's fine. I mean, even though I'm working, I'm just curious what you were teaching and all this stuff. I don't mind to enroll the class like you're listening.
No issues.
But so I'm just working.
I don't even think you need an ExaData, ExaCC course.
No, I don't need it. But I'm just curious. I can like I try to like refresh my knowledge every couple of years. I took like ExaData classes in 2014, I think.
Okay.
So since I'm working with ExaData last 4 or 5 years, I was not anything like patching or anything. I'm working as a DBA, ExaData DBA.
Okay.
Anywhere you go,
there's DMA basically.
No, I want to be DMA, but anywhere you goes, the OS people usually control the root password and everything.
Correct.
So they're not gonna give me all this stuff. But last 4 or 5 years,
you'll not get the self-CL actually.
Yeah, but I don't have the access. That's why I just forgot a lot of stuff. So since I'm not working 4 or 5 years, I work as a DBA. I'm managing the front end, nothing back end. So this is just curious what is new coming in. Plus, like that you said moving to Oracle DBA to like the OCI cloud admin. I learned the OCI from your course as well, the other one. But I work with I had a certification with the AWS as well. I know how does cloud work. But in here, I'd like to know everything with the ExaData because I don't want to lack of anything. So make sure I'm like the tools with everything. Anything comes up, I can handle it. You can say you don't need it, but I rather like sit down here, listen what I'm saying. That's my plan. Okay.
Sure. Thank you. What's your good name?
Anish.
Okay, Anish, thank you so much. So now I have only 5 minutes. I have another call starting.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
So I'll quickly move to other guys. So other guys, any other questions? Syllabus I'll publish by tomorrow, guys. Whosoever is asking for the syllabus, I have done few corrections today itself in the syllabus. I've added few more things, which I thought should be a part of this. So I'll publish the syllabus by tomorrow afternoon. You will get those syllabus. So any other questions from any other guy?
सॉरी सर हम इसमें प्रैक्टिकल कितना कर पाएंगे?
Okay, so whatever I teach, always I make sure that there is a 70% practical.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, in this course, you will be 50% practical and 50% theory because there are a lot of architectures to understand in this. 50% practical, 50% theory. In practicals, you will get tomorrow when you will get the syllabus, there's a complete thing I have given what all practicals you are going to do, right?
Okay, sir.
So you will get everything what I'm writing in the screen, right?
Sir, is this lecture online or offline?
Online, bro.
Yeah.
Hello, Krishna.
Offline, nobody will come from.
Yes,
So
sir.
online only. These kind of trainings we can only handle online. I mean, uh, no option of offline. Then
So,
ExaCC config, right? How you will config the ExaCC, VM clusters. So all these things you will get tomorrow, the details, and the
so,
23 AI database as well.
so for whole training, you are the trainer only, correct?
Hmm? I am, I am
For
the one. I am the one. So
okay.
actually, many people were requesting for this, and I did not had time to teach
Yeah,
this.
I have good experience of you
Hmm.
for OCI, so that's why I was
Hmm.
just asking
So
this
many people
question.
were asking for this from quite a long time. Then I thought, okay, let us launch this course. So it took me around 2, 3 months to construct this. I mean, to reconstruct this because what I wanted is I didn't want it to go only for the ExaData. That is something which is now getting obsolete. Obsolete means it is a movement. ExaData is moving towards ExaCC and ExaCS. So basically, you will not get any benefit. You will get benefit, but the benefit of ExaCC and ExaCS is more when you learn it with OCI or blend it with OCI, and you know the ExaData also all the fleets, right? So that is why it took me some time to construct this.
Hello,
Any other
Krishna.
questions, guys?
Actually, clouded customer means it will implement every customer at cloud level means it will use CAS, right? How they are
That means
managing.
when you place ExaData in the customer premises, because the customer cannot move to the cloud due to some security reasons. Many big customers have security constraints. They can't move to the public cloud. So that is where you get the ExaCC, which is for the customer in the on premises.
Oh, okay.
प्रैक्टिकल करने
And
के लिए डॉक्यूमेंट्स
what will
वगैरह
be the timing and
So, okay, the batches will be on the weekend. Tomorrow I'm going to publish the timing also. So this will be the weekend batch, and there will be the doubt clearing session in the weekday. And you will be doing in the weekend. That means Saturday and Sunday, I'll take the classes because weekdays I'm totally occupied. And I'll give you the lab form. I'll give you the labs which you need to perform on the weekday. That means from Monday to Friday, you can perform the labs. And then on Saturday, Sunday, I'll again clarify your doubts first, and then we'll move ahead.
any
So usually
timing like?
it's a 8 week course. So timing
Uh,
I'll
yes.
confirm tomorrow, Nitin.
Okay.
I'm working on the timing with Learnomate. So
Yeah,
timing I'll confirm tomorrow.
that's fine for me. But I'm gonna be traveling next 1.5 weeks. Even though I'll sign it up, then I'll listen the classes. Okay.
No issues, no issues, no issues.
Hi,
Okay.
Krishna. Hi, sir. One last question from my end. I have completed
Nitin.
OCA course from you like last time. So I want to like become cloud migration engineer. Like I want, you suggest me to go with Golden Gate or
Hmm.
ExaData? Like which one you want me to focus on?
Bhai, okay. If
Currently, I'm
you
working on
if
ATP
you
databases and
if you
Golden Gate.
know if you know OCI, if you know ExaData, if you know ExaCC and ExaCS, you can, I mean, it's a good amount of work. Yes, database migration is pending, which I mean, which is a good course to have, but I think this much is also good if you know
Oh,
this. So I'll suggest you can go towards ExaCC, ExaCS because there are very less resources in market.
okay.
So any migration will cover in this course? Any like any guidance like any
Nitin?
notes?
Sorry,
Any
Nitin.
migration will cover in this course like?
The migration, I'll give you the notes for the migration. Okay. I always talk about the migration. In OCI also, we have talked a lot of things about migration. I'll give you some notes, but migration is not covered. See, migration itself is a 40, 50 hour course. Understand? And it is for doing the migration, it is very, I mean, lot of dollar consuming. Are you getting my point? Because you have to run the machines throughout. So we are working on this, but what I was saying, DB migration, I'll give you the documents. We'll talk a lot of things about that, but it is not a part of the course. Remember that because it is again an advanced level of infra. what we are learning. So you cannot learn everything in one course actually. We have already blended OCI, ExaData, all these things, right? You cannot blend everything in one course. Otherwise, you will get confused.
Hi Krishna, like I just wanted to know, like, do we need to know before we start any like ExaData course? Do we need to know anything like what are the roadmap for to start ExaData, like Oracle DBA and Golden Gate, like what is that?
So exactly, if you don't know anything about Oracle database or Golden Gate or storage, you can't go to ExaData. You can't learn ExaData or ExaCC. If you don't know databases, it is very difficult to understand ExaData, ExaCC. You have a separate call with me. Let me understand what you know, and based on that, I'll suggest you.
Okay, you can put your number in the chat box so we can have.
So you can talk to Learnomate, they'll connect you with me.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So, okay, so guys, I need to close. Maybe I'll have one more session afterwards. But okay, you just talk to Learnomate, and we will. I just need to close because my another call started. Teams calling me on the another call. So I'll publish the syllabus by tomorrow. Okay, and just go through the syllabus. I think you guys will like it.
So any tentative date for this course?
Starting, I am going to publish everything tomorrow, Nitin, with timing, with date, with syllabus,
Okay.
with lab. Everything will be published by tomorrow. I'm still working on that.
Okay, how about the course fee? How much you charge for that?
I don't charge much for anything.
Okay, that's fine. I mean,
Don't worry.
please send me the link for like signing up. Okay.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys. Hope I have not
Thank you.
bored you. Thank you.